Hey there, awesome listeners. Welcome back to 3B's World. I'm your host, Boni Oli, and today we're diving into something super cool. Have you ever heard of titanium? It's one of the most incredible metals out there, and we're going to learn all about it today. How it's used, where we find it, and even how it's in our own bodies. So buckle up, because it's time for an adventure into the world of titanium. Let's start with a little titanium fun fact. Did you know that titanium is so strong that it's used in things like airplanes, bicycles, and even spaceships? Yep, this super metal is strong, light, and super cool. But let's break it down. What is titanium really, and where do we see it in our world? First up, let's talk about forms and uses of titanium. Titanium can be turned into sheets, rods, and even tiny little powder grains. It's used for lots of things because it's so tough and doesn't rust easily. We find it in some of the most important things we use, like the body parts of astronauts, such as their helmets and spacecraft parts, special equipment, like the frames of really light bicycles, even in jewelry, because it looks cool and doesn't cause allergic reactions. But wait, there's more. It's also used in medicine, where it's used for making things like joint replacements. Yup, artificial hips or knees. Titanium is perfect for that because it's so strong, light, and biocompatible, which means it won't hurt our bodies. Now, how did we discover this awesome metal? Time for a quick history lesson. Ready? Titanium was first discovered in 1791 by a scientist named William Gregor in England. He was poking around in some black sand and found a strange new element. He didn't know what it was, but he thought it was super special. It wasn't until almost 100 years later, in the early 1900s, that a scientist named Matthew Hunter found a way to actually extract titanium from its ore, which made it easier to use. And ever since, titanium has been making things stronger, lighter, and more awesome. Speaking of strength, let's move on to key properties. So, what makes titanium so special? Well, titanium is both super strong and really light. It's also resistant to rust and corrosion, so it won't turn all gross and crumbly like some other metals do when they get wet. Titanium can even handle super high temperatures, which is why it's used in spacecrafts. Oh, and get this. Did you know titanium has the highest strength to weight ratio of any metal? That means it can be stronger than steel, but much lighter. So now you might be wondering, where can we actually find titanium? It doesn't grow on trees, that's for sure. Titanium is found mostly in the Earth's crust, in the form of ores, like rutile and ilmenite. These ores are mined in places like Australia, Canada, and China, and then turned into the titanium we use in everything from watches to airplanes. All right, here's something really cool. Did you know titanium is in our bodies too? That's right, titanium is used in medical devices because it's so friendly with our bodies. So if you've ever had a broken bone that needed a metal pin or a screw, there's a good chance it was made from titanium. It's also used in dental implants to replace lost teeth because it's so safe for our mouths. And when doctors put titanium in our body doesn't try to reject it, like it might with other metals. So, let's quickly review what we've learned today about this awesome metal. Titanium is a super strong, lightweight metal used in things like airplanes, bicycles, and even in our bodies. It was discovered in 1791 and didn't become really useful until the early 1900s. Titanium doesn't rust or corrode, and it's really strong but light. It's found in the Earth's crust, in ores like rutile and ilmenite, and it's used in medical things like joint replacements and dental implants because our bodies like it. Wow, titanium really is super cool, right? I hope you learned something awesome today, and remember, the next time you see a cool piece of metal, it might just be titanium. Thanks for hanging out with me. Boni Oli on another episode of 3B's World. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and stay curious.